my name is Kaylin. I'm going to share with you an important event in our nation's history, the Boston Tea Party. I'm going to tell you about the circumstances leading up to the Boston Tea Party, about the event itself, and what happened after the event took place. I hope to give you a better understanding of why this was important in our nation's history. Before the Boston Tea Party actually took place, there was an act that was put into place called the Tea Act of 1773. What this did was allowed the East India Trading Company, who was the only trading company that was allowed to bring tea into the colonies, it allowed them certain freedoms. It got rid of their export tax, so they no longer had to pay taxes to bring the tea into the colonies. It also allowed them to sell directly to the colonial retailers and cutting out the wholesalers altogether. This upset the colonists because not only did it mess with their taxation without representation, it cut into their profits. Well, Sam Adams was a former tax collector, and he led a group called the Liberty Boys. These were a group of colonists, revolutionary type, that were fed up with British rule. They dressed as Mohawk Indians one evening, snuck aboard the 3 ships that had docked in the Boston Harbor, and dumped 1,700 chests of tea into Boston Harbor. This was about $1.4 billion in today's profits. Now, the British government was not exactly happy that they lost all of this tea, and so they decided to retaliate forcefully. They instituted the Coercive Acts. These were a few different acts that ultimately the colonists did not agree with. They basically stated that the colonists had to be tried in other colonies if they committed any criminal charges, that Boston Harbor was to be shut down until they paid back for the tea, and that the Bostonians had to provide homes and places for the redcoats to stay. The colonists actually mockingly called them the Intolerable Acts. In conclusion, a lot of the events that happened that caused the Boston Tea Party actually inspired the American Revolution and helped the colonists see that they could be independent from Great Britain and survive on their own.